Yes. What I started to experience was very internal experiences of the mind. And it's automatically induced states that I'm shifting to out. Once I wake up from a dream state, I'm just automatically shifting into this completely different state of consciousness. And along with that was the experience of phosphorenes, what we call mental images. And I was confused by what I had been experiencing because I didn't understand it. And I'm thinking, am I going crazy? Am I not going crazy? I need to do research to figure out, because I feel different when I transition into the state. I don't feel like my normal self. I feel kind of empty-minded, meditative. But it's just an awareness. It's not really, there's no emotions attached to it. There's no feelings attached to it. It's just this pure state of awareness. But an internal visual, like my mind is seeing light. Well, I got on the internet and I did some research and I came upon a website called researchgate.net that deals with sleep meditation. And basically, it is a Harvard professor that has been doing years of research on people throughout the world, particularly Buddhists and Hinduists. Okay? The monks that meditate have described to him the state that I seem to be shifting into. In Buddhism, they call it dhyana. In Hinduism, they call it Turiya, Turiya. And basically, it is like an advanced state of internal meditation, where you're not experiencing the external world that you perceive, you're experiencing internal. This completely different level of experience. But I would automatically come out of a dream, out of a REM state, and I would be aware that I'm awake, but I couldn't move. And it felt to me like I was experiencing a sleep paralysis state. And I would go into a panic mode, and then all of a sudden I would shift into this. It was almost like an empty mind internal meditation state, is the only way I can describe it, where there's no thoughts occurring. You are completely aware. You are completely aware of yourself. You are completely aware that you're having visual experiences, but it's not a solid physical. It's not solid physical. It's internal mind. And I have been struggling to understand these experiences that I'm just automatically consciously shifting into the state of consciousness. And it is a completely different level of consciousness than a dream level of consciousness. And it's a completely different level of awake, aware consciousness. It's a new state, or a state that I've never been aware of, that I'm automatically shifting into. It's not something I'm practicing for. I'm not practicing meditation. I'm automatically shifting into it. Once I come out of the dream, I'm awake, and then I shift into that experience. And that's it.
So you're not...
It lasts for maybe about 2 minutes, and then I come out of the experience.
So...
But I also started noticing before this experience, waves of this intense state of Zen relaxation that I could only describe as like being... If you can imagine naturally being high, you are so relaxed in mind, so relaxed in body. It's like a deep transcendental meditation. But it's not something I'm practicing. It's not something I've been interested in. It's not something I knew about. It's not something I studied beforehand. It's just something that's automatically occurring within me.
So you're not using your willpower to induce meditation?
Correct. I'm not using my willpower to induce meditation. I automatically shift into it, and I'm very aware when I shift into it. I'm like, oh, wow.
So this is soul-induced meditation.
Correct. It is soul-induced meditation. It is not mind-induced meditation. But that's what it's like, because I go into these sleep paralysis. What happens is I'm dreaming. I'm aware I'm dreaming. Okay? I wake up. I shift up and I wake up, but I'm paralyzed.